Good evening and welcome to tonight's broadcast of Ventura College as they face off against Allan Hancock. We are just moments away, so stay tuned, everybody. Today's broadcast is being brought to you in part by Joe Cap Realty and Crown Plaza Ventura Beach. Ventura's only beachfront hotel. And just a reminder, everybody, we will have for you the 3C2A basketball championships for both the men and the women on March 9th through the 12th at Las Positas College. You can watch us on SoCalCollegeSports.com as well as YouTube.
And thank you so much, Matt. Jeff Stoynoff with you here from Ventura College, joined by Matt Henson, Mike Zepeda, Jorge Zepeda, the entire SoCal College sports team for tonight's Western State North matchup. Ventura College and Allan Hancock. Both teams come in riding winning streaks. The Pirates have won 3 in a row. And Allan Hancock comes in winners of 2 in a row. Set the starting lineups for you. First, for the Pirates, a big change. Cordell Hankerson not in the starting lineup tonight. Instead, it's Ryan Sells who gets the call. So it's Cowan and Young with Sells up front, Fennell and LeCount. So Coach Joey Ramirez not going with Cordell Hankerson, who is in uniform and on the bench. Meanwhile, we'll set the lineup for the Bulldogs for you, who come in winners of 2 straight. Kevon Lord, Nolan Willett in the backcourt with Marcellus Garrick, Eric Kinnebrew, and Mark Fabricius up front. This is Kinnebrew for 3. That's short. Cowan has the long rebound, and he will bring it into the front court quickly. Second meeting of the season between these two teams. They met back on January 14th, and it was a dominating performance by the Pirates in the conference opener. Fennell spins baseline, misses the layup. LeCount has the rebound. Quick opportunity. Young going to work it back down low to Fennell, who has a size advantage on Garrick. Goes to work in the post and scores. Fennell on the board with a quick 2. I started to say the Pirates with a dominating performance, a 19-point win on the road to open the conference season. It was maybe the most efficient performance by the Pirates on the season so far, and that's saying something as the Pirates have gotten better as this conference season has gone on. Fabricius, meanwhile, fouled down low, and LeCount picks up his first foul. That'll send Fabricius to the line.
And that was a really good game too, Jeff.
Yeah, the Allan Hancock game. That was you and me, buddy. The long drive up to Allan Hancock country.
And it was a beautiful drive at that.
Yeah, the Pirates made it worth our while though with their performance. They, not so sure the Allan Hancock fans would agree, but
for sure,
a good performance by both the men and the women as they swept the doubleheader there. So the Bulldogs will try to even things up. They evened it up on the scoreboard here as Fabricius hits both free throws. Just underway on a Saturday night here from Ventura College. Happy you've joined us. LeCount working down low, and he's held by Willett before the shot. Good job by the Pirates getting a switch down low, and Willett giving away about 6 or 7 inches to LeCount. It was a good move by Willett just to pick up the foul. Game tied at 2, and they'll bring it in baseline right. Cowan directs traffic out front. Young off a screen, down low to LeCount. Across to Sells. Fennell in the low post, checked by Fabricius, spins baseline. Foul before the shot, and it's a travel. So let me correct myself. A whistle before the shot. Fennell shuffled his feet. The Pirates turn it over. And already the Bulldogs are off to a better start than the first time these two teams met, when the Pirates raced out to a double-digit lead before the fans could even get comfortable in their seats. And they never let go of that game. Garrick, the leading scorer, swings it across to Kinnebrew. as we're joined by the Mike Cepeda. Willett out of a double team. Shot clock down to 7. They'll swing it around to Kinnebrew. Baseline drive, hangs in the air. Tries to get it to Fabricius, still alive. Shot clock winding down, and it's a turnover.
Defense, name of the game here for Ventura. Hancock gave them some trouble last time up on the road, so it's going to be important for the Pirates to face a team in Allan Hancock who just got a win over Cuesta.
Yeah, and this is high noon for the Bulldogs. They're 2-3 in conference play. They're 2 games back of both Cuesta and the Pirates. As Fennell hits out front, he's got all 4 for Ventura.
One thing I really like about Vita Fennell tonight, very composed and very sure of what he's doing on the floor.
Willett on the drive. Young got a hand in there and dug it out. Turnover, and the Pirates coming back the other way. Cowan jets into the front court, leaves it for Fennell. Same spot, same result.
Same composure. Vita Fennell feeling it here tonight.
6 in a row for Vita. He's quiet, or he had a big game, I should say. Let me check that again. Yeah, Fennell had a huge outing the first time against these two teams back on the 14th. He went for 29 to lead all scorers, so he likes this matchup apparently.
How about the stat line? 29, 12, and 5 steals. You had him in your fantasy team for the Western State North. You're feeling pretty good about that line.
Kinnebrew misses from long range. Garrick tries to keep it alive, but right to Young. Cowan angles into the front court, into the lane, steps back, fires from 15. That's short. Kinnebrew has the rebound. The Bulldogs have come out cold from the floor here in the first 3 minutes plus, trailing it by 4. Lord on the drive, forces one up, gets the foul call. And Cowan, I think, trying to back off there, but ends up reaching in.
Well, he's backing off with his legs, but if you look at the replay here, he gets a little bit of the hands Joe Cap replay in effect. Comes down with that hand, and that's a good call.
It's the Cepeda rule. You got to keep the arms straight up.
Got to keep them up. Just make it a tough shot.
Lord hits the first free throw. All the points for the Bulldogs so far have come via the charity stripe. One more coming for Lord, who shoots 68% from the line. Well, for head coach Tyson I, in his 4th season here with the Bulldogs, he's had to shuffle his lineup throughout the season, but now he's settled in on a lineup that he seems to like, with Willett and Lord along with Garrick in the starting lineup, joined by Kinnebrew and Fabricius. Sells, miscommunication with LeCount. He threw it right to Kinnebrew. Kinnebrew off to Lord, and now the Bulldogs will set up. Willett with the baseline drive, hangs, tries to feed the middle, but it's stolen by Sells. Sells jets into the front court. Left-handed layup, too strong. Fabricius with the board. Back come the Bulldogs, looking to tie it up or take the lead with a long one. Garrick dancing on the dribble, gets it back out to Willett. Gets a screen from Lord. LeCount on Kinnebrew in a switch. Garrick at the free throw line, stops and pops in and out.
Gets some pretty good looks here for the Bulldogs, just can't get them to go.
Young in transition, a baseline drive, bump, blocked on the shot. Cowan with the rebound, flicks a pass down low, and LeCount lays it in.
That's terrific, quick hands, and we have an injury on the floor, looks like. Say Lord came down bad on an ankle, so hope he's okay.
Can't tell, I think it was Kinnebrew on the block.
Yeah, Kinnebrew up top. Let's see if we have a replay of that.
But Cowan on the spot.
Yeah, impressive play, and we see that there.
And we've made the point before, Mike, but Cowan's so valuable on the long rebounds. He's got a terrific nose for the ball. Willett with the teardrop, gets it to go.
Yeah, it's 2 lead guards here for Ventura, for both the men's and the women's, who have very good noses rebounding the basketball on the offensive end.
Reyes has checked in for the Pirates. Missed 6 games with injury earlier in the season, but he's been back for the last 3. Fennell's 3 is no good. Deion Whiteside has checked into the game for the Bulldogs. Kinnebrew on the drive, and he throws a pass to no one. I'll tell you, that was heading up here toward me, but I don't think I was the intended target.
You think your hands were ready?
I was trying to get my feet ready. I'm listening to you, buddy. I'd say, you got to be ready, catch and shoot. You got to be ready. You got to have those feet ready for the shot. Timeout on the floor. 14:56 remaining in the first half. The Pirates with the 2-point lead here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Tight start early for both teams, but the Pirates with the 2-point lead. I started to say before that this is high noon for the Bulldogs. They're 2-3, having won their last 2 in conference. But they trail by 2 games behind Cuesta and the Pirates. If they lose here tonight, they'd be 3 back, having lost both to the Pirates. Their conference season would pretty much be over at that point.
Well, at this point, you have 2 teams up top with 1 loss. You have a win over Cuesta if you're the Bulldogs. It's a slim chance of maybe sneaking into the playoffs, but definitely be at the backdoor scenario. Right now, you're in spoiler mode, and this is a Ventura College Pirate team that is gaining some momentum. They've only dropped the game versus Cuesta in conference, a game that they'll have a rematch in on Wednesday.
But meanwhile, I think as Garrick goes from long range, no good. The rebound to Reyes. Reyes, who got his first 2 on the previous possession, starts to go to work on Bolden. But if they can win here, now they're back within a game, maybe 2 games. It might not be over for them with half the conference season still to go if they can get to 3-3, but they need to win here. Garrick blocks Reyes, gets his own rebound, and off to Willett.
Defense.
Willett jets into the front court, terrific feed. Whiteside fakes and lays it in.
Wow, that's just a tough offensive possession there. I think Reyes misjudged how much space that he had. Garrick made a great defensive play, recovers it from going out of bounds, transition back the other way. That's a layup for the Bulldogs.
Mike, there's not too many guys that can really stay with Reyes, but Garrick seems to have the kind of handles and the kind of athleticism to really do a pretty good job on Reyes, if anybody can.
Well, the thing about Reyes is that he does a pretty good job of getting his hips past you. The only problem is sometimes he doesn't initiate contact up top with the shoulders to put his defender in jail. And that time, Garrick, with his length and athleticism, able to make a play on the ball and create going the other way.
Moore has checked in, so it's Reyes and Moore in the backcourt for the Pirates, along with Hankerson, Fennell, and LeCount up front.
I like to see Moore get a lot more minutes here. He's been very impressive, especially for a freshman underneath, and great defense by Fennell.
Yeah, tried to alley-oop for Garrick. Nobody there. Reyes off to LeCount running the floor. He's fouled on the way up.
Good sell by LeCount. I don't know if that was a foul, but he sold it pretty well going up for it. He's going to have 2 free throws coming his way.
Bolden reached in. So that'll send LeCount to the line. The first free throws tonight for the Pirates. LeCount shoots 59%. Oh, actually, they're gonna say that was before the shot, and I'm a little surprised by that.
Wow.
So it'll be baseline left for the Pirates to inbound, leading by 2. Hankerson will trigger it in, back to Reyes. Reyes guarded by Kennebrew as he works it down low to LeCount. Double team comes from Willett. Baseline pass, Hankerson gets the floater to go there.
Just way too easy. The Bulldogs, where's the defense?
So Hankerson with his first 2. Pirates back out to a 4-point lead. Willett a standing dribble. Starts a drive into the lane, nobody home, 8-footer is good.
And right on the other end, where's the defense there? Hankerson has to step up and challenge.
Back to a 2-point game. Reyes leaves it for Fennell, fakes the 3, steps in, shoots from 15, back iron, no good. Kennebrew rips down the rebound.
Really like that shot, though. It's in rhythm. Good feet.
Bolden in from the left, hangs, puts it up, missed it. Rebound on the floor, Fennell digs it out.
And what did Fennell do right there? Didn't pick up a foul. Why? He went straight up.
Nice job by Vita contesting that shot, and the Pirates maintain the 2-point lead.
Have you discussed the origins of Vita's name?
I have not had an opportunity yet.
I'm sure we'll get to it.
Fennell backing
Great
down
move.
low, spins baseline, shot off the glass, won't go. Kennebrew tips the rebound to himself.
That was some Elton Brand feet right there. Would like to see an Elton Brand finish.
Whiteside into the lane, double pump is good. So Whiteside, 4 in a row now for the Bulldogs, and they've tied it up. Reyes leans over the dribble, step back 3, good.
He makes it there, and it's a tough shot. I would have liked to see him really jet past the corner there. He had Willett in all kinds of trouble. That's a foul.
Moore reaching in on Garrick. That should be the 3rd team foul for the Pirates. It'll be the first on Moore.
Garrick, a nice player here for the Bulldogs. Obviously, we talked about his length and athleticism. What I really like offensively, his ability to create separation with his step back.
Frank checks into the game, replacing LeCount. Bolden will bring it in, baseline right. Garrick up top. He'll try from 3 and hit.
Right on cue.
Garrick drains the tray. Back to a tie ball game at 15. 11:30 and counting remaining here in the first half. Reyes spins into the lane. finds Hankerson. He'll fire from 3. Didn't get any. Moore with the rebound.
Good crash by Moore from the weak side.
Pirates will reset the shot clock at 23. Reyes will try again from 3. Missed everything. So that'll go back to Allan Hancock.
That's a heat check 3, and if you're Coach Joey Ramirez, that's a teaching point right there. Maybe want to bring out Reyes, bring Cowan back into the fold, but they'll stick with Isaiah.
Well, is it part of the sort of universal truth in life that sometimes a little success can be a bad thing, as we saw Reyes hit the 3 earlier and then try his luck again without the same results? Though I imagine if you're the Pirates, you'll take 1 out of 2 in that situation.
I think you will, but you'd like the second shot to be a better shot in the flow of the offense. I think he said, hey, I have a little space here. I'm just going to chuck one up from 3. Luckily, it didn't hit anything. It just went directly out of bounds, and it allowed the Pirates, who are so poor in transition defense at times during the season, to set up as the ball was inbounded the very next possession.
Reyes angles into the front court. Calling for a play. Hankerson off a screen, step back 3, splash.
Where's the foul? I mean, Kennebrew came over and got Hankerson on the arm.
Hankerson with 5 in the game. Kennebrew leans over the dribble, left around a screen, trying to work the pick and spot up, nearly stolen. Garrett keeps it alive. Whiteside has the handle in the lane. Left-handed layup is good.
Again, nice job by Fennell, staying straight up and not picking up the foul. The Allan Hancock Bulldogs put 2 more on the board. 18-17 the lead, only 1. Moore pump fakes his man into the air. Has some space, kicks it back out to Reyes. Reyes, little gun shy there, will drive the lane. Left-handed layup, no good, but a foul. Looks like this is going to go against Whiteside, I want to say. Indeed, Whiteside, the offending party for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right there. I don't know if Reyes was gun shy or if perhaps some sort of unspoken communication or spoken communication between Joey Ramirez and him had made its way, because he was not going to take that shot. I think he was going to get back to Isaiah Reyes basketball.
And Reyes, good on number 1 from the stripe, 66% on the season. From the free throw line is Isaiah Reyes. And we talked about Reyes. I got a chance earlier tonight to talk to Coach Ward for Ventura College and saying, Reyes is just a difference maker out there. Does a great job of really changing the tempo of the ball game. Sucks in the defense like a vacuum and creates for so many other players. Hankerson really the player that stands out to me as far as the effect that Reyes has on the other players. And meanwhile, this is Willett draining it from downtown, and the first lead tonight here for the Bulldogs.
Willett working behind a good screen, and that's just too much room.
Crossover dribble. Reyes up and 1. Isaiah Reyes talking a little junk afterwards. I don't like the fire.
I really can't heap the accolades on Reyes any more than I already do, but it's not just the change of pace, Michael. I mean, how about the ability to finish, to draw the contact? I mean, it's one thing to simply up the pace, but this is the kind of thing that you really just can't teach, the strength to get it up on the rim and make a three-point play out of it possibly. And he converts the three-point play. So Reyes going to town. He's got 9 already.
Pirates back on top, 22-20. Let's see if the Bulldogs can respond here. It's been a seesaw battle in the first half between Allan Hancock and Ventura. And Willett again driving the lane. And it's a 5-3 run.
Well, that's
courtesy of Willett.
Willett really going after Reyes on the other end, and that's to his credit. But I think when you talk about where players might eventually go, you have to keep the plus-minus factor in mind. If you're talking about a guy like Isaiah Reyes, it's one thing to have the offensive ability, but if the other guy can hit you for the same amount of points, then you're kind of a zero sum for your team.
Yeah,
so you got to work at both ends.
I completely agree with that sentiment. Obviously, a lot of talent on offense this Ventura squad has. Reyes falls asleep a little bit at the helm as far as the defense goes. That was potentially a nice pass stolen. Kennebrew gets a hand on it.
Yeah, that's a great job by Kennebrew reading the pass.
That was a carry. Willett gets away with one there. Nice job by Fennell. Staying strong down low. We're all tied up at 22.
Yeah, Bolden had a pretty good look there on the drive, missed it, and then compounded it by picking up the foul on the offensive rebound.
8:50 remaining here in the first half. Mike Cepeda, Jeff Stoynoff with you on tonight's coverage. Doubleheader variety, SoCalCollegeSports.com. Ventura and Allan Hancock, first the men, then the women. Cowan back into the fray here for Ventura. Looking inside for Fennell. It's a great job by Jackson denying and fronting the post.
Well, they didn't start Jackson, electing to go with Fabricius and Kinnebrew up front.
Oh, great move on the baseline. Fennell gets fouled by Jackson. And that's just, you want to talk about a nice post move. Let's look at the replay here, Jeffrey.
One of the advantages that Fennell has as we look at the replay here, Michael.
Persistence there by Fennell. I really like that. And then, bam, he traveled a little bit maybe.
Well, he can finish going in either direction, and that makes him so much more difficult to guard.
Well, it's the hands. Very strong-handed is Vida Fennell. And, well, we have a little time here. Let's get to the roots of his name. I had a conversation with him while we were setting up the backboard shot tonight. And he said, I go, hey, Vida, where's that name from? Is it Vida? Is it Vida? He goes, no, it's Vida. And I was named after a baseball player, Vida Blue. And
oh, yes. Oakland, the Giants, Kansas City briefly.
Pretty good. From your recollection.
Yeah. Yes, it started out, had an amazing first half of his career. Got into a money dispute with Charlie Finley. That'll end you up in Major League Baseball jail.
Fennell gets his own rebound, can't convert point blank. Score remains tied at 22 apiece. So he misses out on 4 points potentially there. This is Fabricius. Inside to Garrick. Pretty pass inside, and that's just, again, poor defense. And usually the half-court defense isn't all that bad for the Pirates, but they've struggled here tonight.
Yeah, Joey Ramirez went right over to Cordell Hankerson for, I think as we talk about, perhaps a teaching point. But Garrick just really cuts back on Hankerson, cuts back door on Hankerson, and entirely too easy.
Well, the difference here tonight between the Bulldogs and the Pirates, Hankerson, still not all that great defensively, but not having the kind of offensive output that we saw versus Santa Barbara a week ago.
Well, one thing to mention, you were down on the floor working, but Hankerson didn't get the start tonight. And obviously we don't know the full story behind that, but it was Ryan Sells in the lineup. And so he came in about 6 or 7 minutes in.
And then, Hankerson's a player that scored 31 his last time out, so obviously probably a couple teaching points during the week in practice, watching the tape. Hey, you know what? If you want to earn playing time, you have to play two-way basketball.
Yep.
Cowan will bring it up here for the Pirates. Cowan gets a screen from Fennell. Gives off. This is Frank. Frank reverses his Ramirez. Cowan up top. Cowan going to direct traffic here. Get a screen from Fennell. Looking inside. Can't get it to him. Frank wide open. Great feed from Cowan.
Well, Kinnebrew's cheating over there, expecting that pass to go down low to Fennell. He's ready to help. And that's a good job by Frank going to the front of the rim.
I'm going to Garrick all day in ISO situation working on Frank. And now this is a matchup zone type deal. Garrick running the baseline. Kinnebrew from way downtown. No good. Rebounded by Hankerson. Given off to Frank. Cowan now. Builds up some steam. Then he's going to slow things down. He has Frank trailing. In more direction of traffic here from Eddie Cowan. Looking inside for Fennell. Cowan has to bring it back out. Gets it back from Hankerson. Little two-man action here between Fennell and Cowan. Cowan can't come free. Enters into Fennell. Late double team. Fennell one-on-one. In and out. Fabricius with a rebound.
Boy, Fennell has had a couple that were more than halfway down in this first half.
Will it? Nobody in front of him got to stop the ball. I'm thinking about taking another timeout if I'm Coach Ramirez. Stop the ball, people. Man. And if I'm Will Cowan watching remotely from Illinois, I'm scratching my head.
He can tweet from there.
Or yelling at the TV. Either way. Fennell, nice move down low. He gets a good shot. Can't put it up on the glass enough. Frank wide open from three. That's good.
Well, if you're the Bulldogs, you got to know your shooters out there, and Frank's got entirely too much room. Frank shoots 44% from long range.
See the replay here.
Yeah, this is Fabricius really backing off of him.
Yeah, it's a good job by Fennell on the replay. Kicks out to Frank, wide open. Bam, money. Back to live action here. Kinnebrew on the far side, working against Frank. Looking for Fabricius to get a screen. 7 on the shot clock. Fabricius, not a lot of time to work. He's going to have to operate. Gets a little separation with the forearm. Air ball. Cowan with a rebound. Transition the other way. No numbers, though. Will he slow things up or keep it going? Hankerson wide open from the top of the key. Can't get it to go. Hankerson a little bit off the mark, and you wonder, not starting tonight, what kind of effect that's having on him mentally. Working one-on-one. Battle of 11s. Garrick and Hankerson switched off to Fennell now guarding Garrick. Garrick gives off to Willett. Willett gets a screen. Brings it back out. He'll reset. 12 on the shot clock. That's a carry by Willett. That's 2 carries so far by Willett, not being called. If I'm Coach Ramirez, I'm in the ear of a referee right now. That's 2 carries. Just can't happen.
Yeah, Willett ended up getting Frank in a switch and went to work one-on-one.
Fennell going to get a breather. LeCount will come on. Hancock back with a lead, 28-27.
Meanwhile, Nolan Willett already with 13 here in the first half. Only averages 7 points a game, so obviously we know what's going to happen now. I'm going to check what his season high is here shortly, but Willett's off to a very fast start offensively.
Well, you make it really easy when you're not covering anybody.
Yeah, it's almost a layup drill for about half of it.
Really is. It's a good thing they get up layups before the game. Hankerson from 3. Can't get that to go. LeCount airs over everybody, gets a rebound. Another possession here for the Pirates.
Boy, the Pirates might be in a little bit of trouble if they didn't have a pretty good advantage on the offensive glass so far in this first half.
I'd like to see what the numbers are at halftime. Cowan turns the corner, gives off to Frank. Can he make it 2 for 2? No, sir.
No, the Bulldogs dodge a bullet there as Frank had a very good look.
They really do. Willett guarded closely by Ramirez. Reverses it far side. This is Lord. Lord driving the lane. That's a travel. Gets away with it. Shot no good. Ball don't lie. Hankerson transition the other way. Slows things up. Crossover baseline. Reverse layup is good. Cordell Hankerson. That's pretty. Let's see the replay on the baseline here, Matt.
Just enough strength there to get that one home.
Crown Plaza Ventura Beach replay as we see Hankerson right in front of you. That's a great shot on the Jay-Z cam. Jorge man on the floor.
Manned by Jay-Z.
Good to see him here tonight. The entire SoCalCollegeSports.com crew with you. Mike Zepeda, Jeff Stoynoff, Matt Henson, Jorge Zepeda. Cowan back to Frank. Frank thought about it. I think if he hits that last 3, he fires that one up. Instead, he gives off to Hankerson. Hankerson drives the lane, hangs in the air, tries to get his own rebound. This is off of Fabricius. Should stay here with the Pirates, and it does.
That's a break. 2 blue jerseys in the area, and it still ends up with the Pirates.
Well, Fabricius has to do a better job of going after the basketball. He was a little bit passive. It goes off of his hands. He's got to be more aggressive there. Pirates back with a lead by 1.
Derek Harvey and Young checking in, so it's Cowan and Young, along with Hankerson, Harvey, and LeCount. So this is going to be Hankerson as the primary offensive weapon in this lineup.
That's a good shot for Hankerson. Can't get that to go. LeCount trying to battle for a rebound. It's a good job by Whiteside keeping him off the offensive backboard. Kennebrew brings it up, gives off to Lord. Lord driving the lane, guarded by Young. That's a travel or a jump ball. Arrow in favor of the Pirates. It's great defense by Calvin Young. Well, remember, everybody, you can catch this game live on YouTube on our channel, SoCal College Sports 1. Also go to our website, SoCalCollegeSports.com, and we are broadcasting live on the VC Sports Network at VCReplayHard.com. Hankerson swings through to his right. Step back jumper, no good. Harvey with a rebound. Oh, you got to cut there, Hank. Hankerson had a wide open lane. Gun shy there. Cowan going to reset the offense, has plenty of time on the shot clock. Left-handed layup or left-handed dribble. Looking for the left-handed layup. Instead, he gives off to Harvey, and Willett, easy foul call. This is the 18th foul, so a 1-and-1 opportunity here for Eddie Cowan.
54% foul shooter on the season is Eddie Cowan. Well, if you're looking for good news for the Pirates here in the first half, I think they've done a pretty good job on leading scorer Marcellus Garrick in terms of defense, but in so doing, they've allowed guys like Nolan Willett to really get off. As Cowan hits the front end. 18 fouls for the Bulldogs here in the first half, just 3 for the Pirates. So perhaps an opportunity for the Pirates in the last 3-13.
Well, Pirates only with a 3-point lead, but I feel like momentum decidedly in their favor. But the Bulldogs doing a good job hanging around and making it tough on the Pirates.
Kennebrew with Cowan. I would like to see Kennebrew go down low if you're the Bulldogs.
Wide side turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound, fought for, and it's won by Lord, but it's a foul over the back. And here comes another 1-on-1 opportunity. Double bonus the rest of the way after this.
Yeah, this is a big opportunity for the Pirates here. Last 3 minutes to potentially go on a run when they're heading to the line.
Yeah, and all this with Vida Fennell out of the ball game right now. It's a welcome sight if you're Coach Joey Ramirez.
Harvey's a 62% foul shooter.
Would really like to see the Pirates get better from the free throw line. They've made some strides, but first one good. What would that be referred to as? Is that like the anti-jinx there?
No, yeah, you're kind of like.
I'm saying they're bad, and then he proves me wrong. It's like it's the anti-jinx.
No, it's just it's a different form of jinx. But you're saying, oh, he'll never make it, and then that kind of thing, and then they win. So you're jinxing it that way. You're right. It's the reverse jinx.
Well, there you go. The anti-jinx in full effect. Harvey hits on both. It's a 5-point lead for the Pirates. Garrick driving the lane. Good feet by Eddie. Oh, great pass. Kinnebrew and one. Well, get your money's worth and make it a hard foul. Make sure the layup is no good. Let's see the replay here, Matty.
Yeah, you can only make this play worse if you get beat back door here.
That's exactly what happens. Nice job by Garrick and great recognition there by Kinnebrew.
And Harvey gets caught watching the ball.
Well, the foul's on Young. Young needs to come down a little bit harder there. Not dirty, but you gotta make him earn both from the layup line, or from the free throw line, rather. It was the layup line, 33-31, and one opportunity converted from Kinnebrew. Back to a 2-point lead for the Pirates. Young jabs left, goes right, gives off to LeCount. LeCount can't keep it from going out of bounds. Nearly runs into the Jay-Z cam.
I've seen a few interior passes here in the first half for the Pirates, but I wouldn't mind seeing them go a little more with the Dick Vitalism, always go in the lane with the intention of shooting. I think they're getting a little pass happy in traffic.
Indeed. Garrick off to Kinnebrew. It's a little two-man game. Maybe Garrick set a screen, make LeCount work. Instead, it's Whiteside setting the screen. Nothing doing there. Great interception by Harvey. Highlight reel. Let's see if he goes up with it. No, layup up and one. No.
No, that's a great call.
Yeah, Harvey
warded him off with the off arm.
Don't ward him off. Just use your body if you're Harvey, and Harvey whistled for the foul. Well, we see Harvey with a great interception, great read, but he extends the arm.
I was just going to say, Michael, he might still make the highlight reel with the interception. Could be on there.
True.
Is Coach Steve Mushagian watching? That was pretty good. Pretty good interception.
Moose would have been impressed. Kinnebrew. Bad shot, goes up, no good. Rebounded by LeCount, back the other way. Hankerson in transition from three. That's good. Hankerson makes the Bulldogs pay on the other end. 1:34 to go here in the first half. Back to a 5-point lead for Ventura.
Mike, sometimes there's getting back on defense, and then there's also running the floor on offense. And I think that's what Hankerson did well there. In transition, found an open spot on the floor and got himself a three.
Garrick, hesitation, tough shot. Can't get it to go. A lot of contact, no call. Garrick gets his own rebound after falling down. Gives off to Whiteside. Whiteside thought about it from three. Gives off to Garrick. Coming up on a minute to go here in the first half. Kinnebrew, probably the best one-on-one player, him and Garrick on this team. LeCount switches off.
I think Joey Ramirez has made a great adjustment against Marcellus Garrick in this second matchup between these two teams. Garrick likes to start his offense from far outside, and Ramirez has responded by putting a smaller man on him in Eddie Count and making that more difficult.
Long step back two, no good, but it's rebounded by Bolden, and he puts it up and in. Back the other way, Young from three, no good. Tapped out, and we're going to have a jump ball, and this will...
Yeah, Whiteside, I think, trying to give a little stare down to LeCount, and a good job by LeCount walking away.
Well, I wasn't sure if they were going to call foul or jump ball. They called the jump ball, the arrow in favor of the Bulldogs, so it will go back the other way. An 8-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock.
Well, I got to tell you, if you're the Bulldogs, if you could get out of here in a 1-point game, maybe a tie game with a tie, even a 3-point game, I think you have to like it, the way this first half has gone.
It's going to be a battle. Western State Conference North. First place Pirates taking on the 2-3 Bulldogs, but the Bulldogs starting to gain some momentum here in conference play.
And again, watch Garrick. On offense, he just doesn't seem to want to work down low, and he's got Cowan on him. It's going to be tough if he starts from 25 feet out.
Kinnebrew. That's a great find down low. Fabricius finishes. 10 on the game clock. It's a 1-point lead. Can Cowan extend on that right here? Cowan had a wide open look from the free throw line. Instead, it gives off to Sells. Sells from three, no good. We're going to go in at the half. The Pirates, by the slimmest of margins, over the Bulldogs, 36-35. Back in a moment here on SoCalCollegeSports.com.
And just a reminder, everybody, on March 9th through the 12th, we will have the 2017 Men's and Women's 3C2A Basketball Championship for you live from Las Positas College. Today's broadcast is also brought to you in part by Crown Plaza Ventura Beach. Whether you are here for business or pleasure, your satisfaction is our top priority. Located just blocks away from historic downtown Ventura and 20 minutes from the nearby attractions in Santa Barbara, our hotel features 19,000 square feet of space, including Nam Tequila Grill and the Aqua Beach front bar. Our rooms feature beautiful views of the ocean and the surrounding foothills. Reservations can be made at www.cpventura.com. Crown Plaza Ventura Beach, the place to meet. With more than 40 years' experience, we strive to provide the very best in real estate solutions. No matter what your real estate needs are, turn to the realtors who have been serving the Ventura area for over 4 decades. You can find us at www.joecaprealestate.com. And be sure to follow us on social media. You can find us on Twitter at SoCal College SPO, and then on YouTube at SoCal College Sports 1. You can also watch our live games in addition to on YouTube on our website at www.socalcollegesports.com. Be sure to join us on March 9th through the 12th at Las Positas College as we bring you the 2017 3C2A Men's and Women's Basketball Championships.
Start of the second half here, SoCalCollegeSports.com's coverage. It's the Ventura College Pirates and the Allan Hancock Bulldogs Western State Conference North 3C2A edition. Happy you've joined us, everybody. Spread the word. You can catch this broadcast live, SoCalCollegeSports.com. You can also go to the BC Sports Network, go to the athletic page for Ventura College, BCWePlayHard.com. You can catch us on the go. And in fact, if you're on a set-top box, if you're on an Xbox One or an Apple TV, that has the YouTube app, and that upscales to 1080p. We're broadcasting in 720p, but you can watch this on the big screen via the YouTube app. Search SoCal College Sports 1, and we'd be happy to have you tune in via that route.
I'll tell you.
Right now, it's the Pirates with a 1-point lead over Allan Hancock.
I'll tell you, Michael, I got to miss one of these games so I can watch us in 1080p.
Well,
because I'm never at home.
Starting off, I'm so glad that you bring that up, because these games archive to YouTube, so you don't have to watch these live. We'd love it if you do, but if for some reason you can't make the broadcast live, it archives to YouTube with the same link. And you can find us on YouTube. We have thumbnails up there that differentiate between the men's and the women.
Hankerson, who didn't get the start at the start of the ballgame, does get the start here in the second half.
36-35, and Hankerson right off the bat, opening possession of the second half, an opportunity to add to that lead. And does so on the first free throw attempt.
Yeah, I believe he leads the Pirates with 11 points. So despite not getting the start, he, along with Vida Fennell, still options 1A.
Not Vida Blue. Talked about the origins.
Well, so obviously his folks were big baseball fans. I wonder if there was a little pressure on Vida to give baseball a try, though seems to have a pretty good frame for hoops, as it turns out.
I would completely agree with you there. Willett with the drive to the basket, rebounded by Hankerson. Hankerson quickly back the other way in transition. Has a little bit of room from three. Enters inside. Great inside out from LeCount to Calvin Young. Young can't convert. Rebound tapped around. This is won by Bolden. Bolden off to Kennebrew. And the Bulldogs with it. Kennebrew all the way to the bucket. Lays it up, lays it in. That's just way too easy. And again, the half-court defensive struggles continue for the Pirates.
And LeCount lucky that he doesn't pick up a foul there, coming over to help.
Fennell in the high post, turns around. Silky smooth stroke, gets it to go over Kennebrew.
I tell you, Fennell just has terrific touch in that 16 to 18-foot range, Michael. And that just makes him that much more difficult to handle offensively.
Willett with it. Nearly stolen that pass to Garrick, and Garrick can't control it from going out of bounds, so it's a turnover for the Bulldogs that'll go back to VC.
In fact, just to stay with the Fennell point, I wonder, as you watch him play, we've had an opportunity a lot this season. I think at this point defensively, if I'm scouting at this point, I think you got to make him put it on the floor. Yeah. I don't think you can let him take that shot from 16, 18 feet.
I completely agree. Great backdoor cut. Hankerson from Fennell.
That's a pet play when they go to Fennell in the high post. Hankerson curls around and then cuts to the basket, and we have seen them use that to good effect on a number of occasions
this season. The second half going to get late really early if the two-man show from Hankerson and Fennell starts hooking up with regularity. Willett reverses it over to Kennebrew. That's a pretty good job by Cowan, fouling initially after Fabricius had it in the post.
Yeah, good recognition on the switch by the Bulldogs to get it down to Fabricius. They force the foul. It's number 2 on Cowan. Of course, the Pirates have the luxury of Isaiah Reyes at the point guard position.
Bolden down low. That's just great physical work. Can't get the layup to drop, though. Cowan back the other way for Ventura. Off to Young. Young pulls up from 3. Short. Man, the struggles continue from deep for Calvin Young. At one point earlier in the middle of the season was hitting over 50% from 3, and that number has dropped drastically on the season.
Yeah, Young in the last game, you thought started to come out of it, hitting on 3 3-pointers in the victory over Santa Barbara, but he's struggled here tonight on a couple of attempts.
That's 44% from 3, but I wonder what the numbers are since conference play began. See if we can break those numbers down for you. I know you're a numbers guy, Jeffrey.
Yeah, I got a little research to do here.
3-point lead here for the Pirates, and it's a foul by Garrick. And they just have no answer for Vida Fennell. The offense should start with Vida, and then you react accordingly.
Frankly, how many people have had an answer for him, especially starting at about the time the conference play started? He's really turned it on.
by the finale. A bit of a tweener, 6'7", but very good in the post. Deft touch from long range. Speaking of long range touch, Hankerson pretty good from out there. Can't get that one to go. Contact on the shot. Hankerson wanted a foul call. It's a new possession here for VC.
Guess what? Cowan gets another rebound off the floor.
Shocker, I know. Elbow jumper from Cowan. Silky stroke. It's barbecue night here, Jeffrey. And, we partook
I'm aware.
during the half. 44-39, the Pirates with a 5-point lead.
We had about 3 minutes to eat, but luckily for the SoCal College sports team, that's not really that daunting of a challenge.
That's a fact. Willett going to reset the offense. 12 on the shot clock. To his right, nobody picks up again. LeCount up top with the block.
Well, he brings the arm down, but luckily he gets all ball.
All ball. Well, he went straight up with the body, which was very important not to get underneath.
And I think if you're Willett there on that drive, you've got to try and initiate some contact, see if you can get that call, go right into LeCount's body.
No, what you need to do is jump stop, see if you can get your man in the air, and then go up for the play. LeCount just too big.
That's even better.
And we have a full timeout called by the Bulldogs. They want to set up a little trickery on the baseline, out of bounds play. We will take a timeout ourselves. 16-21, 44-39. You're watching SoCal College Sports on the VC Sports Network. Some of our music tonight provided by Cody DiGirolamo. You can catch him Saturday, February 18th, live at Trip, 2101 Lincoln Boulevard in Santa Monica.
And today's broadcast is brought to you in part by Joe Cap Realty and Crown Plaza Ventura Beach, Ventura's only beachfront hotel.
16:21 to go here in the second half. It's a 5-point lead for Ventura. Mike Zepeda, Jeff Stoynoff, Matt Henson, Jorge Zepeda, the entire SoCalCollegeSports.com crew. And remember, everybody, we're going to have coverage of the men's and women's basketball finals up at Las Positas, March 9th through the 12th. We hope you join us there. It's a foot race to the ball. Willett is going to win it. Plays it back to Kinnebrew. This is going to be a 10-second violation? Or what's the call? Can't be a 10-second violation, can it? I had one referee signaling 10. Well, I'm not entirely sure what the call is here, Matt. Well, it's going to stay with the Bulldogs here. Set up sideline out of bounds. Trying to set something up on the inbounds. Instead, they had to enter it all the way into the backcourt. Could have been an issue with the clock. In fact, it was an issue with the clock. Only 4 seconds on the shot clock. Fabricius gets it entered inbound. Garrick going to have to get one off in a hurry. Garrick is going to be, well, we have one referee whistling a charge, the other a block. I think a block is the correct call. 1 on the shot clock. They're going to say that this should have been a shot clock violation because nobody started the shot clock before it got in. Let's say that's what they're going to rule. Well, all type of referee shenanigans happening here, Matt.
Definitely a little bit chaotic, Mike.
Helter-skelter for sure. The Zebras will try to figure it out here. And again, you can follow us on social media. Hit us up at Twitter, at SoCal College SPO. You can catch us on YouTube, our channel, SoCal College Sports 1, and you can always catch every broadcast, www.socalcollegesports.com.
And Mike, we also added a new social media account, Instagram. What's the info for that?
I'm still waiting on the handle for that, but once I get that you'll be the first to know. We'll create a graphic for you, and that way we can start everything, get going on that.
Fantastic. And while we're waiting, let's talk a little bit more about the basketball championships this year. It's a little bit more of a different format.
More coverage for you, for sure.
Yeah, more coverage. So it's instead of, well, last year, the last 3 years, we've had coverage for you on SoCalCollegeSports.com. It's been 6 games over a span of 3 days. Final 4 for both the men's and the women's. This year, it's 8 teams for both the men's and the women's. 14 games over a span of 4 days. Happy to bring you coverage this year. We're looking forward to it. We're going to have some more shots set up for you. Expanding our coverage, trying to enhance the product that we bring you live and now in high definition, courtesy of YouTube. Travel from Hankerson. Ball will go back to the Bulldogs. Reyes getting ready to come in. He'll go to the scorer's table. Nice spin move from Kennebrew. Oh, that should have been a travel. Thought he got away with one there. The ball is off the mark. Cowan saves it from going out of bounds, and he'll quickly race the other way. No numbers. He's going to reset here. Nearly carried it. Here comes a screen from Fennell. I don't like the angle, but Cowan gets a pretty good shot. Can't get that to go. Rebounded by Willett. Willett enters inside, Whiteside. That one blocked by LeCount, but a foul going to be called on Ramirez.
Yeah, Ramirez trying to body up down low, and that's a tough matchup. He's giving away a few inches to Dion Whiteside. It's a difficult team in the Bulldogs to match up with. Guys like Kennebrew, Whiteside, Garrick, often too big for a smaller man, a little too quick for a bigger man. A slashing team like the Bulldogs can present matchup problems, and they've done a good job tonight working some mismatches, including that last one with Whiteside working on Ramirez down low, though he misses the first free throw.
Got the new camera behind the backboard, something that we are looking forward to having more coverage of you for.
Yeah, hopefully by the championship we'll be both ends with that. They won't be able to get away from us.
LeCount with a rebound, back the other way.
Bulldogs trailing by 5. That's a tough time to come up empty at the free throw line.
Capitalize on every opportunity. Remember, it was the second half where the Pirates really started to come away with the game up at Allan Hancock. LeCount fights for his offensive rebound, puts it back up and in. Biggest lead tonight for the Pirates at 7, 46-39.
That's a good job by LeCount not giving up on that play when he missed the first attempt.
Whiteside trying to power down low. Right-handed hook, no good. Rebounded by Hankerson. Quickly off to Isaiah Reyes. Reyes will push the temper. Right-handed layup up, good, and a one. Isaiah Reyes
goes to the right hand. How did he make that finish?
I don't know. Let's look at it. We'll watch the replay here, see if we can get a good look as Reyes just races all the way down. And you got to stop the ball. In transition, it's hard to do, especially when you're working against Isaiah Reyes, because he can turn you in every direction.
He does such a great job of using his body to shield off shot blockers. Get a shot up on the rim.
48-39. Biggest lead swells even bigger here for the Pirates. They're up by 9. Almost a travel there from Lord. Gives off to Whiteside. Whiteside threw it away, out of bounds. Intended for Kennebrew down low.
Mike, the Bulldogs are not a great outside shooting team, and right now the Pirates are doing a good job of packing it in defensively, not giving them driving lanes. I think the Bulldogs are getting a little frustrated trying to get something going offensively.
Well, the half-court defense has decidedly gotten better here in the second half. Pirates really struggled in the first, but they were probably spoken to about it, I'm sure, by Joey Ramirez at the half. Fennell wide open from 3 on the baseline, no good. LeCount taps it back out, a la DeAndre Jordan.
Well, working against Lord and Garrick down low, and he's got the size advantage. Good job by Trevor.
Reyes and Cowan out on the floor right now, along with Hankerson and LeCount. I like this lineup here. Can the Pirates utilize the offensive firepower? Reyes looking to turn the corner. He had Hankerson wide open for a second. Hankerson pulls up. No, he'll go inside to LeCount. LeCount working, lays it up, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Fennell, crashing the boards, lays it up and lays it in.
Yeah, gets inside position on Dominic Jackson. That's a great job by Fennell working the offensive glass.
It's a good job by LeCount, battling for position. Can't get the shot to go, but it brings in the defense, allows Fennell to crash the boards. 11-point lead for the Pirates. Garrick to the rack, gets it to go, and one.
Well, 13-16 remaining in the ballgame, and that's the first time we've really seen Garrick get anything going to the basket.
Yeah, in this second half, you're exactly right, Jeffrey. 9 points tonight for Garrick. Second leading scorer for the Bulldogs. Willett with 13. Fennell with...
Because we talked about it earlier, I should mention, did the research, Willett's season high 14. So he's got a chance here.
Fennell with 10, Hankerson with 14. Cordell with the ball, gives off to Cowan to Reyes. Reyes gets a screen from LeCount, looking for some room. Dribble drive, left-handed layup, no good, but he's fouled, and the attacking mentality continues for Isaiah Reyes. I don't know if he has another gear.
Well, that's a great job of hanging in the air for that extra split second. That brings the arm down from Kinnebrew and brings the whistle. Reyes continues to struggle at the line, though. And for the Pirates, who have already cost themselves a game here in conference play with a couple of key free throws missed down the stretch in the loss to Cuesta. I'd like to see them shore that up as they head toward a possible playoff berth.
Well, Jackson comes free, kicks it out to Garrick. Garrick, nothing doing there on the baseline. That's a great job by Fennell cutting that off. Fennell, I think, baiting Garrick to the baseline. Instead, step back three-point jumper. That's good. It's a pretty good stroke from downtown.
Yeah, Garrick hits 32% from long range. It's the kind of shot defensively that I think you have to live with. If you can knock it down, more power to him. But that time, he was able to burn the Pirate defense.
Looked pretty good on that one.
Yeah, not too bad.
Reyes driving, gets contact, can't get it to go. Looking for a call, not going to get it. That pass deflected. Cowan battling for it, can't save it from going out of bounds. Eddie Cowan trying to set the tone defensively for the Pirates.
Yeah, do we have a highlight? Do we have a replay sponsored by Larry Bird for any time a player hits the deck?
Oh, Larry'd be proud for sure.
The floor burn replay.
Well, the Pirate lead cut to 6 here, 12:20 remaining. Garrett gets it inside, working against Hankerson. That's great defensive work by Hank.
And he needs a cutter.
Saved by Lord. Oh, that's a great feed to Jackson. Jackson traveled. Well, better late than never, I guess, on the whistle. The foul or the travel called, we're going the other way.
Mike, I'm mystified at times. For about a 10-minute stretch in the first half, Eddie Cowan was matched up with Marcellus Garrick. He didn't go down in the low post one time. He gets Cordell Hankerson about 6 inches taller on him, and he goes right down in the low post.
Not entirely sure what they see there, but obviously likes the matchup better. Sells from three. No good. Fennell with a rebound, point blank. And another follow-up opportunity converted by Vida Fennell.
Fennell's up to 12 in the game. Turnover.
It's a turnover. The Pirates have it. Reyes has it from three. Step back. That's good. Chalk up three. Reyes talking to the crowd. Timeout, Bulldogs. 11:34 to go. And the Pirates looking for some coffin nails midway through the second half. Back in a moment here on SoCal College Sports. Music tonight provided by Cody DiGirolamo. Live at Trip on Saturday, February 18th, 2101 Lincoln Boulevard, Santa Monica at 8:30. Mike Zepeda, Jeff Stornoff, Matt Henson, Jorge Zepeda. It's the entire SoCalCollegeSports.com crew in full effect here for Ventura College Pirate basketball, men's and women's. Almost seems like a usual doubleheader here, Jeffrey.
Well, that's what we've been going with, I think, so far here in 2017.
Shout out to Will Cowan watching via a mobile device remotely.
He's in Illinois?
He is back with family.
I can't believe I didn't know that. Where in Illinois?
I wonder if he knows about Lou Malnati's. I'm sure he does.
Hey, if you enter the state, you got to know about it.
Reyes quickly back the other way. Wow, a lot of contact. And the foul is called. And, man, the pace is just at another level with Isaiah Reyes out on the floor. And like I said, I really like the fact that Joey Ramirez has gone to the two-point guard set here and moving Cowan off of the ball. We talked about how Cowan is so good off the ball, rebounding the basketball, something that Ned Mercedes for the women has done with Kylisha Green. Green now off the ball. They move Katie Campbell over to the point guard duty role, and she has been very good in that regard and allowing Kylisha Green to really feast on offensive rebound opportunities. Same thing for Eddie Cowan here for the men.
Yeah, when you run a pick and roll or something like that with Reyes, it's obviously become so much more difficult to defend with Reyes' offensive ability.
Reyes with a steal. Back behind the back to Sells. Sells can't get it to go, but Kinnebrew with the foul. We're like that callback.
Well, Kinnebrew quickly now with 3 fouls. And he's been a key contributor so far.
Yeah.
And I think he just got a little lazy with that pass. And a good job by Reyes. Coming back, creating the turnover, getting Sells to the line.
So Sells with his first point tonight from the stripe. Reyes has 15.
Coming off a 13-point performance off the bench in the victory over Santa Monica on Wednesday.
Second free throw off right. So Sells hits on 1 of 2. Willett into the front court for the Bulldogs coming up on the 10-minute mark in the second half. Willett, little hesitation, fires from 18. That's good.
So Willett now with a season high, 15, and he's really been the offense for the Bulldogs.
Lackluster defense on that possession for the Pirates. See how they respond next time down. Meanwhile, offensively, here's Reyes. Reyes gets a screen, looking for Fennell, rolling to the basket, battling for position down low, reverses it to Cowan, Sells. Fennell finally gets it down low. Willett doesn't bring the double team over, and we're going to have a foul on the floor. This will be called against Bolden.
That's a tough matchup for Bolden, working against Fennell.
It's like you guarding me, no offense.
No, none taken. It's a great offensive set for the Pirates. They work it down low to Fennell, and then both players cut off the ball. And that gives Fennell a lot of room to work in that low post. And he ends up getting the foul from Bolden.
And really, one on the front end of the one-on-one is converted by Fennell, but really the little things there, the teaching point on that, you have 2 guys clear out to the weak side. You have to make sure in transition, if the shot goes up and it's missed, you have somebody in containment. And I think that's something that maybe gets lost on that possession because I think everybody kind of went to sleep on the outside. It'll be interesting to see what happens on film or in film session on Friday. Friday or Thursday, either way. It's going to be a foul on Reyes.
Mike, the Bulldogs have a lot of time here, but they need a run at this point. They've been unable to really get anything going, any momentum here in the second half, and the Pirates are slowly starting to pull away in this one.
The problem is you have Kinnebrew in foul trouble. He's on the bench right now. You have Garrick, who's kind of been hot and cold, but they're ISO players, and this team's going to live and die by the success of them downtown.
Garrick at the elbow. Down low to Lord, working on Cowan. Turnaround shot off the glass, won't go. Fennell high up for the board. Cowan quickly into the front court, stops and pops from 15 and hits.
Oh, hey, talked about stopping the ball for the Pirates. The Bulldogs don't do it on that possession. Lead now 14 for VC.
Cowan's up to 5 in the game. Willett working against Reyes, and a foul called off the ball. That's Fabricius setting a moving screen. And the Bulldogs now trail by 14. That's the largest lead for the Pirates. And we've got a little bit of extracurriculars going on here. Fennell and Fabricius, I think, continuing the conversation on the way back down. I'm not exactly sure where that started or what that's about, but they're going to try and separate them and get back to basketball.
Maybe Fabricius is not a fan of Vita Blue.
So for the moment, Fabricius and Fennell are both going to stay in the game.
Yeah, I think Garrick was throwing a little salt into the wound, and I think Joey Ramirez is going to call a timeout here and let cooler heads prevail. 9:37 to go. Again, lead up to 14 for the Pirates.
It's a full timeout, so we'll step aside very briefly here on the VC Sports Network.
And remember, everybody, you can follow us on social media at SoCal College SPO for Twitter and SoCal College Sports 1 on YouTube. You can also catch all of our live games on www.socalcollegesports.com. And be sure to join us on the weekend of March 9th through the 12th, 2017, as we bring you the 2017 Men's and Women's Basketball Championships at Las Positas College.
In the heart of the people, let love overflow.
9:37 remaining in the ball game, and the Pirates leading it by 14. Bulldogs come out with Nolan Willett, Kevon Lord, along with Troy Bolden, Marcellus Garrick, and Mark Fabricius. So they go a little smaller for head coach Tyson I. Cowan at the controls, crossover into the lane, kicks it back out to Sells. Sells, the fadeaway from 8 feet, won't go. Fabricius on the rebound. Meanwhile, the Pirates counter with Reyes and Cowan in the backcourt. Sells, Hankerson, and Fennell up front. Turnaround shot from Willett is good. He's got 17 in the game.
And Willett brimming with confidence here throughout the ball game. You said a new career high.
Reyes almost heading to the line for an and one. He'll settle for the foul on the shot. He'll head to the line for 2 free throws.
He'll settle for the 2 at the stripe.
Where he has struggled tonight. So if there's one thing I think you can look for Reyes is he continues to play his way back. And I would say, Michael, he's about 98% there from what we've seen. But again, misses a free throw here. And, that's coming back a little more slowly.
Talked about people's free throw approach. You have to slow it down. He's such a fast player, and he slows down on that one and converts on number 2. But really, you have to control your breathing. At the free throw line, you're up and down. You have to slow it down when you have an opportunity to do so.
1 out of 2 at the line. It's a 13-point lead for the Pirates. Willett off to Garrick. Wide open for 3. That's good.
That's just bad defense. Hankerson, again, loses his man.
Garrick's second triple here in the second half. Meanwhile, very quietly, Garrick's up to 14 in the game. Check that, he's up to 16 in the game. Hankerson down low, scores. Pirates answer back quickly. They're back up 12. Well, if you're the Bulldogs, don't know how much longer you can really afford to trade baskets. Fabricius coming out to set the screen on Reyes. Willett will fire from 3 and hit.
He's feeling it. You have to get up in him, and Reyes has to read that.
Going to call that a long 2
for
Willett.
The line.
He's got 19 in the game. 10-point lead. Reyes picked up by Fabricius in the switch. Sells enters it down low to Fennell. The double team comes. Fennell spins baseline, comes up shooting. That's short. Rebound tapped around, fought for, and controlled by the Pirates. Reyes open for 3. Back iron.
It's a good 3. Great box out by Bolden.
Lord will bring it up and find Garrick. Garrick, for all our talk about the Pirates' job offensively, up to 16 in the game.
There you go, Hank.
Working on Hankerson, drives it to the glass, offensive foul.
Man, Cordell Hankerson has an opportunity to be a stud at the next level. And what I mean by that, look at how he locks down on that defensive possession. Can I get the replay? Let me get that on camera too. Go all the way back. Thank you, sir. So we see Hankerson moving his feet, gets in front of his defender. Garrick's a tough guard, moves through the screen, and he forces Garrick to push off. Hankerson, meanwhile,
and then he hits on the other end.
On the other end. So it's just it's night and day. It's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde over here.
Is he adding some gray hairs for head coach Joey Ramirez? Because is there a bigger range in Cordell Hankerson from what we see defensively, from so very good to sometimes you have to wonder where his head is?
Just say it's bad.
Lord on the drive, hangs and scores.
Fennell, good job staying upright. Doesn't pick up the and one, but layup is up and good.
Is that why you have very conspicuously avoided coaching, Mike? Because it's the kind of thing that would probably drive you crazy. We're like, why can't I get that from you every time?
I coach for 2 weeks out of the year. That's it.
Hankerson faces up on Garrick, fires from 17 and hits again. Cordell Hankerson's got it stuck on automatic. He's up to 20 in the game.
He's fired up.
12-point lead again for the Pirates. Cowan rips it away. One-on-one with Willett, and Cowan will lay it in.
Willett did not allow Hankerson to get in transition. Maybe one off the backboard. Cowan lays it up, lays it in. The lead back to 14 for the Pirates.
Coach Tyson I burns a timeout with 6:18 remaining. Well, step aside. You're watching Ventura College basketball on SoCalCollegeSports.com and the VC Sports Network. Pirates back out to a 14-point lead, trying to sweep the season series against Allan Hancock here tonight.
So you got a score update for me?
I'm working on it right now. Couldn't quite get all the way there, but we're going to try and keep you abreast of what's going on. Cuesta College in action tonight, tied atop the Western State North with the Pirates coming into action today. Willett around a screen by Fabricius. Reyes got a hand on it, but right to Kinnebrew. The shot from three is good.
You don't want to get that guy going from three. He can hurt you in a lot of ways.
Kinnebrew. Not often taking shots from long range, but he looked pretty good. Hankerson off a screen from Fennell, rimming no good. Rebound on the floor. Lord battling for it, and he's got it. Willett around Hankerson into the front court, stops and fires, no good. Fennell high up for the rebound, and he's fouled by Fabricius. Well, that might have been one of the easiest shots that Willett's had tonight. Couldn't get that one to go. It's one of the rare misses. And the Pirates continue to win the battle on the boards, and that's been a real difference here tonight, Michael.
The final, Oxnard moves to 3-3 in the Western State North, 85-73 over Moore Park.
We got to look at Oxnard last week as the Pirates won their first matchup at Oxnard College. So Cuesta, I believe, is taking on Santa Barbara tonight, if memory.
Santa Barbara up by 4 right now. 4:48 remaining in the second half. 55-51.
Is that at Cuesta or at Santa Barbara?
It's at Santa Barbara.
Yeah, so it's a road game for Cuesta, and what a boon that would be for the Pirates.
Paves the way I tell you what, the Pirates, they have some key pieces, and they can make it really interesting come playoff time.
Yeah, I think, Michael, when the defensive effort is there, they become a very, very dangerous team because you can't ask for a whole lot more offensive potential. Yeah. Hankerson, Fennell, now Reyes, and a number of role players that know their roles on this team very well. We talk about the contribution as Whiteside into the lane. The double team comes. The ball knocked loose. Reyes has it. But guys like Sells and Paul Moore. Reyes in transition has that one stripped away by Willett. Officials will confer.
Yeah, I think Willett knocked that one away, but neither referee had a good jump on it as far as the call goes. No, the angle was very, very poor.
Going to call it a jump ball and give it back to Allan Hancock.
Well, what they rule is they don't have a definitive view of it, so what they do, they go to the jump ball, the arrow in favor of the Bulldogs, and it's a turnover.
And a whistle now off the ball. We'll see what the call is, probably. I think it's clock issue. Or
the refs are really active this game.
Well, they're pretty active.
They're going to chat it up again.
They haven't been very good. I will say that. Not entirely sure what the call is on the floor here.
Well, it came in from the near side. I don't think it's on the floor.
Maybe something in the stands, or so they're going to say they're going to escort somebody out of the building here. Looks like. Apparently, the language was not to the liking of the referee. That's pretty weak. I mean, that's pretty necessary at that point, but who knows what was said, and we play on.
Willett angles into the front court, down to 5 minutes and counting remaining in the ballgame. Whiteside in the low post, shovels a pass to Lord, who lays it in, and a foul. So Kevon Lord with a three-point opportunity.
Well, if you're going to pack it in defensively, you can't let anything happen in traffic like that.
Lord averages a little over 10 a game at 10.4. And he'll have one free throw coming. And the 68% foul shooter hits that one. And the Bulldogs have been able to hang around in this one, but for much of this second half, they haven't been able to get any closer than this. They trail it by 10. Timeout on the floor, 4:55 remaining. You're watching Ventura College basketball here on SoCalCollegeSports.com and the VC Sports Network.
And remember, everybody, to join us on March 9th through the 12th at Las Positas College as we bring you the 2017 3C2A Men's and Women's Basketball Championships.
Let's start planting faith in the heart of the people. Let love overflow, not just under the steeple. Let's open our eyes and get above the floor. No more bodies in the name of war. No more bodies in the name of...
Pirates will work at the length of the court, leading this one by 10. Reyes remains in the game with Eddie Cowan. So Coach Joey Ramirez going with the small backcourt for much of this second half. Hankerson up front with Frank and Fennell completes the 5 on the floor for the Pirates. Cowan off to Fennell. They go back to Hankerson off the glass, in and out. Hankerson tries again, no. Hankerson with his own rebound, forces one up and a foul called. What a sensational effort by Cordell Hankerson. Couple of offensive rebounds. And now he'll get to the line for a couple of free throws. Cordell has very quietly put 20 on the board tonight, coming off a big performance in the victory over Santa Barbara on Wednesday night. He had 31 in the game. Hits the first free throw. He's got another one coming. And you have to give an awful lot of credit to the Pirates, who led it by 1 at the break. They've pulled away here in the second half and have simply not let the Bulldogs back into this one. 1 out of 2 for Hankerson. The lead at 11 as Willett will walk it into the front court. Kennebrew between the circles, tries to enter it down low. Cowan with the steal. Great job by Cowan, stealing the entry pass intended for Whiteside. And now Cowan, a standing dribble, finds Hankerson. Fennell in the high post. Finds Hankerson, picked up by Garrick in a switch. Starts a drive, loses his footing, and turns it over. So the Bulldogs will get it back. 4:05 remaining in the ballgame. Willett met at half court by Isaiah Reyes. Angles right. Across to Kennebrew. The drive on Fennell. Scoop shot won't go. Harvey high up for the rebound. Another one and done for the Bulldogs. The Pirates have been terrific on the boards tonight. Reyes working the pick and roll with Fennell, who scores inside. Vita Fennell up to 18 in the game. He had 29 when these two teams met back on January 14th. Kennebrew leans over the dribble. Back to Willett. Willett checked by Reyes. Starts a drive, and a reach-in foul going to be called. That'll put the Pirates in the penalty. Well, no, that is, okay, it's number 6. So a non-shooting foul. The Bulldogs will bring it in, baseline left. Willett curls off a screen, 4-3, that's short, long rebound, out to Willett. Lord thought about a 3, but the Bulldogs will set up. Of course, tonight a big night for the Ventura College Lady Pirates as the 3 from Kennebrew misses. Reyes will slow it down. There's something you don't hear every day, Matty.
Nope.
How often do we say that? Reyes starts a drive on Lord. Second effort, and the shot off the glass is good. Reyes up to 18 in the game. It's a 15-point lead, 77-62. The Pirates enjoy their largest lead. They're well on their way to another victory here. It would be number 4 in a row. Let's keep it here just to set the stage for what's going to happen. Of course, a big night for the Lady Pirates. Hall of Fame induction here at Ventura College for the 2-time state champion 1996-1997 Ventura College Lady Pirates. As a team, they will be inducted into the Ventura College Basketball Hall of Fame. It's going to be a fabulous ceremony. It'll take place right after the men's game. They're going to get this going very quickly here, giving us just enough time to set ourselves up, hopefully.
Yep.
But we will have complete coverage of the ceremony. That will take place on the second player on our YouTube page. We'll have the women's game, of course, all set for you on a second YouTube screen. We'll switch over to that, have complete coverage of the ceremony, the Hall of Fame induction of the 2-time state champion 1996-97 Lady Pirates of Ventura College, and then we will go into the game tonight between Allan Hancock and Ventura College, the 2017 edition. Garrick off to Willett. Skip pass, 3 on the way, back iron, no good. Rebound to Fennell. Reyes wants to run, doesn't have any numbers. A little stutter step, and he'll bring it back out. Thought about a 3, finds Hankerson. Hankerson wide open, but he's not going to take the shot. Instead, the Pirates will set up. Shot clock at 16. 2:10 and counting remaining in the ballgame, and the Pirates just need to finish this one out. Reyes now will fire from 3. In and out. Lord with the rebound. Boy, you can't come a lot closer than that. Lord drives it left to the lane, puts up the runner, no good, but a foul called. Kavon Lord heading to the line for free throws.
And just a quick side note, Jeff, about the induction ceremony. After the induction ceremony is off, or done rather, we're going to quickly end the stream and then restart the stream so we can change some settings real quick.
Yeah, but that should happen hopefully quickly enough that you'll maybe see a little freeze, and then we'll be back a minute or so, that type of thing. But yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So stick with us. This will be a situation where it's not technical difficulties, but actual resetting of the broadcast and getting you ready for the second game of our doubleheader as well, which will follow the ceremony. Lord hits both free throws. It's a 13-point lead, but the Bulldogs going to need a miracle here with 1:55 remaining. And the Pirates, meanwhile, going to stay hot. Well on their way to moving to 5-1 in conference play. Reyes hooks a pass to Fennell. They'll be 14-11 overall, and I think this men's team with Reyes back in the lineup might yet be a factor in the playoffs. Hankerson hangs in the air, reverse layup won't go. Rebound tapped out of play. It'll go over to Allan Hancock with 1:34 remaining. Well, Joey Ramirez certainly doesn't lack for talent on this team, and we've made the point before that seemingly every year in the 3C2A playoffs, there'll be a team that comes out of nowhere that gels at the right time and becomes a storyline. And again, 8 teams from the men's bracket will make it up to Las Positas. And this Pirate team could be a tricky out. Garrick drives it to the rack and goes down hard. A foul called. And Reyes sits up, holding his forehead as he gets to his feet. Got his bell rung, and I don't know if we can see a replay on that. And it was Harvey who slid over and challenged that shot as Garrick drives it hard.
Doesn't look like he hit his head at all, so that's good.
So Garrick will have to clear the cobwebs and take a couple of free throws. Meanwhile, if this score holds, the Bulldogs will drop to 12-14 overall and 2-4 in conference play, and 3 games behind the Pirates with a pair of losses to the Pirates. And I think you'd have to say that for the Bulldogs, the playoff hopes will likely perish here tonight at Ventura College. Got off to a rough start in conference play. They lost their first 3. They had managed to turn it around and win a couple, get themselves back to 2-3, maybe give themselves one more chance. But the Pirates have been their nemesis so far here in 2017, about to move to 2-0. Minute 26 remaining. Pirates lead it by 11 here on SoCalCollegeSports.com.
And today's broadcast is brought to you in part by Joe Cap Realty and Crown Plaza Ventura Beach, Ventura's only beachfront hotel. And of course, a special thank you to the 3C2A, the California Community College Athletics Association. And be sure to follow us on social media, Twitter and YouTube. On Twitter at SoCal College Spo, and YouTube, SoCal College Sports 1. And of course, catch all of our games at www.socalcollegesports.com.
Bulldogs show full court pressure. Frank running the baseline, brings it into Hankerson. Cowan. As the Pirates having some difficulty with the press, Frank out of the double team finds Hankerson. Hankerson angles into the lane to the glass. Left-handed layup is good. So Cordell Hankerson able to convert after the Pirates break the press. Willett around a Garrick screen. Puts up the runner, no good. Reyes high up for the rebound. Reyes jets into the front court. In from the right, lays it in. Reyes coast to coast. Ventura up 15, 53 seconds remaining. Willett looking for Lord, and Lord lost it out of bounds. Turnover will give it back to the Pirates. Under a minute to go. And it's been a very impressive performance by the Pirates. Back and forth first half, but here in the second half, they've pulled away 45 points on the board. They've outscored the Bulldogs by 14 here in the second half. Joey Ramirez, meanwhile, is out on the floor trying to get his players off the court, and it's been a little chippy. There's been a little woofing going on down there, I think, between the two schools.
Yeah, there has been.
So Hakeem Ward out on the floor now looking for an explanation. I didn't exactly see what transpired, but I do know that there's been a couple of instances where players have had a little bit to say after the fact, and I think, to be fair, it's been the Pirates giving as good as they're getting. I know that Reyes and Cordell Hankerson have been pretty fired up in this matchup, and they've been doing a little talking. And I think it's been on both sides, but obviously two programs that know each other very well. Players on both sides that no doubt know each other well, have played against each other before.
Well, Allan Hancock, is probably feeling a little bit frustrated, especially after that first half when they were doing at least somewhat well in keeping up with the
Yeah,
Pirates.
they had to be thinking about the possibility of an upset. Again, they lost one-sidedly when these two teams met the first time here in conference play. The Pirates took command early and led by double digits really throughout much of that ball game en route to a 19-point win. And I think the Bulldogs likely looking at this as an opportunity for redemption after being beaten one-sidedly to come back here, and they hung around in the first half. But the Pirates, again, found another gear here in the second half. And, yeah, it's been a frustrating night for Tyson I and his Allan Hancock Bulldog team. So the officials will sort things out as both coaches get an explanation of what's going on with 49.3 remaining. We're going to sign off very quickly at the end of this ball game, and again, prepare for the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. The entire team from 1996-1997, two-time state champions, the Lady Pirates, being inducted into the Ventura College Hall of Fame. We'll have that ceremony in its entirety before going into the women's game tonight, where the 2017 Lady Pirates hope to keep their own championship hopes alive. They've been on fire of late, and they're undefeated in conference play, cruising toward another Western State North title, and certainly eyeing a significant playoff run of their own. Meanwhile, it'll be a Lady Bulldog squad that gave the Pirates all they can handle back on the 14th of January. In fact, the Lady Bulldogs led by 7 in the third quarter of that matchup before the Pirates caught fire in the fourth quarter, ultimately outscoring them by 12 in the quarter en route to a 13-point win. But for a while, it looked like the Bulldogs were positioning themselves for a major upset, and they'll no doubt try to capture that magic once again and see if they can finish the job. Willett, meanwhile, is assessed a technical foul, as is Eddie Cowan. So we'll have free throws on both sides. Thomas Frank will shoot for the Pirates first, and that free throw rims out for Frank.
So close.
Boy, I'll tell you, if the Pirates have one thing that they have to concern themselves with moving forward, maybe one area of concern in a very solid performance here tonight, it is free throw shooting, where they are hitting no more than half of their free throws tonight, Maddie. Frank hits 1 out of 2. And now the Bulldogs will take their free throws. Kavon Lord gets the assignment.
Probably got a little too rested on their bye day on Wednesday.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Been misspeaking, actually. It was a week ago.
Wasn't really? Oh.
Yeah, that the
Oh,
Pirates won their last game against Santa Barbara. They're coming off the bye. Lord's up to 11 in the game as he hits both free throws. but it's largely academic at this point. A 14-point lead for Ventura with 49.3 remaining. Ramirez on, along with Sturgeon for the Pirates. And a quick foul by Lord will send Cowan to the line. Now, a little surprised to see the fouls here in a 14-point game with 48 seconds remaining, but Coach Tyson I wants to keep the pressure on, at least for the moment. Cowan will head to the line. He's 1 out of 2 from the line tonight, has 8 points in the game. Check that, he's 2 out of 4 from the line. Hits the front end there. So Cowan up to 9 in the game. And he's picked up his offensive output. Second free throw is off the back iron, corralled by Garrick. Garrick off to Bolden in the weave. Bolden curls into the lane, loses the handle, gets it back. Kicks it back out. Long three is good from Lord. So Lord up to 14 in the game, and a quick foul in the backcourt will put Cowan on the line again. Well, Cowan's right about at his average, 3 out of 6 at the line. Garrick, meanwhile, with his 4th foul. And that free throw rims out. Cowan will have one more. 32.7 remaining in the game. 0 for 2 for Cowan. Kennebrew quickly back the other way, leaves it for Garrick. Garrick around a white side screen, and a foul called on the drive before the shot. Sturgeon bodying up on Garrick. Non-shooting foul, but it doesn't matter. Both teams in the double bonus, so Garrick going to head to the line for a couple of free throws. Garrick hits on the first free throw. He's got 19 in the game. But I think you'd have to say it's been a quiet 19 for Marcellus Garrick. And the second free throw is good. And a timeout taken on the floor. Full timeout taken, 83-73. Ventura on top of Allan Hancock here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Just want to get to a few thank yous tonight. First, of course, to Will Cowan, staff here at Ventura College, for helping bring this broadcast to you. And, of course, Joe Cap Realty, Crown Plaza at Ventura Beach, of course, sponsors. But also, fabulous event tonight, the barbecue supporting Ventura College basketball put together. I want to give a special thanks to Dave Andrews, who coordinated the event, along with Chad Ishikawa and Jesse Turner. And we had the food, and it was very, very good. But obviously, it's a great event for the school, and certainly want to pass along thanks for all the hard work that was put in to put together the barbecue tonight, and hopefully a fabulously successful event as well. I know it came off and went very well, so hopefully all the news was good there. But special thanks to everyone who put that together, and a lot of tireless work from a lot of people to help make that happen. Cowan in and out, back in again on the first free throw. 84-73 with 23.1 remaining. And Cowan comes back and hits a couple. Do want to update one score. They're in overtime at Santa Barbara. Garrick on the backdoor cut. has that one stripped away. Bolden with the follow lays it in. 1:44 to go in overtime, and Santa Barbara leading by 1 over Cuesta College. So that, of course, of considerable interest for Ventura College fans. An opportunity here. Santa Barbara can pull the upset there and get the victory for the Pirates to move into sole possession of first place in the Western State North. And, of course, we will keep you updated on that score when we rejoin you for the women's game as well. But, of course, you can always check the final scores on the schedule page at the 3C2A site, cccaasports.org. So Cowan back to the line, 11.4 remaining. And the Bulldogs not going to go away quietly here. They're going to make the Pirates earn every second of this one. What will be the Pirates' 4th consecutive victory and 5th in 6 games here in conference play. Coach Joey Ramirez has his team coming together, perhaps at the right time.
Well, normally, Jeff, the women's game starts at 7, but we're running a little late on the men's game. So we'll try to find out if we're going to start on time for the women's game for you and let you know.
Yeah, of course, we do have the induction ceremony, and Cowan misses that free throw. Garrick behind the back into the front court, drives the lane all the way to the glass, blocked by Sturgeon. Well, Sturgeon with one final highlight for the Pirates, and that will do it. Final score, 85-75 Ventura over Allan Hancock, moving to 5-1 in conference play. Pirates now 14-11 overall. We'll finish it up here in the men's game and come back and rejoin you for the Hall of Fame ceremony here for the 2-time state champion 96-97 Ventura College Lady Pirates. We will rejoin you shortly for that. For Matt Henson, Mike Zepeda, Jorge Zepeda, everybody here at SoCalCollegeSports.com, I'm Jeff Stoynoff. We will rejoin you in a couple of minutes.